Good evening. On behalf of the Seattle Betsuin Buddhist Temple, thank you for joining tonight's Joya-E New Year's Eve service. New Year's Eve is recognized around the world as a commemoration to ending the current year and in anticipation of the next. While this year has been a challenging one, the renewed hope for a healthier new year is reason to celebrate. The Betsuin extends well wishes to those who had joyful life events and sends condolences to those who lost loved ones. Joya no Kane, or the ringing of the boncho, 108 times, will immediately follow the closing remarks. Your participation and support of the Betsuin is sincerely appreciated. Please enjoy tonight's service.
Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda, Namanda, Namanda. 志願若国大戦追い感動国書天に統一妙意見ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナマンダ、ナマンダ、ナマン。
この The threefold refuge. Difficult is it to receive a human form, now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the Dharma of the Buddha, now we hear it. If we do not cross over to the truth in the present life, in what life shall we cross over? Let us with sincerity and true reverence take refuge in the three treasures of the truth.
I take refuge in the Buddha. May we, together with all sentient beings, awaken to the great way of enlightenment and to the unsurpassed intent of Amida Buddha. I take refuge in the Dharma. May we, together with all sentient beings, enter the storehouse of the Dharma, becoming like the wisdom ocean. I take refuge in the Sangha. May we, together with all sentient beings, become units in true accord, in harmony with all things.
The peerless, profound, and wondrous Dharma is rare to encounter, even in many hundreds and thousands of kalpas. Now we are privileged to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of the Tathagata's teaching. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namandas. Namandas. Namandas.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for attending this Joya-E service today. To begin my Dharma message, please join me in Gassho. Put your hands together. Butsu no yuri shita mo tokoro no koku o kuju, ke o koburu wa nashi. Tenge wa junshi, nichigatsu shoumyou nari. 風時をもってし、祭礼起こらず。国豊かに、民安くして、氷が用いることなし。徳をあがめ、仁を起こし、努めて礼状を主す。Wherever the Buddha travels, be it in the country, province, town, or village, there is no place which does not benefit from his virtue. Peace and harmony reign throughout the land. The sun and the moon shine brightly. The wind and rain are timely, and no disaster or disease ever occurs. The land is prosperous, and the people live in peace. So there is no need to use soldiers and weapons. People respect virtue, cultivate benevolence, and diligently observe propriety and humility. Namo Amida Butsu. Nama. 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 Again, thank you for attending this service today, Joya-E service. So we are observing Joya-E year-end New Year's Eve service. A couple years ago, I decided to read this passage from the larger sutra for the Joya-E service. This passage from the larger sutra is called Wajunsho. Wajunsho. This is my translation, but which means the passage of following the harmony. Following harmony. I am always mindful of this teaching in my heart. Of course, this is our first time to officiating Joya-E service virtually, so which means some of you who are watching this service may be your first time to join, participate, attend the Joya-E service. So since I came to the United States, when we officiate the Joya-E service, Kusunoki family serve some refreshment. So at the Seattle Betsuin, since I came, we are serving some tonjiru, some special miso soup, or sushi, and sake. So after the service, after everyone ringing the bell, we meet in the dining room, then we enjoy the year-end party. So this is my tradition. So it is a Seattle Betsuin tradition. I believe it is a Seattle Betsuin tradition to sing Yube no Uta for Joya-E service. I have known this song for a long time, but I have not paid attention to the lyrics, the meaning of this song. Now, I truly think that this song, Yube no Uta, really fit to the Joya-E, the year-end New Year's Eve service. So please visualize the scene which this song describes, Yube no Uta. So let me read this in Japanese first. Shizuka ni kure yuku kono yube, kane ga naru, kane ga naru. 世の悩みを包みて、金がなる、金がなる。聞けよ、目覚めよ、腹からよ。金がなる、金がなる。今日の感謝と幸福の金がなる、金がなる。金がなる means ringing the bell, then we are hearing the sound of the bell. So 鐘が鳴る、鐘が鳴る。We repeat saying 鐘が鳴る、鐘が鳴る in this song. So let me read the English translation from verse 1 to verse 4. So first one, quietly the night is falling. Verse 2, embracing all the worries of this world. Listen and awaken from the core of your body. Thinking of today's appreciation and happiness. So this is a song, Yube no Uta. There were many unforgettable events in 2020, such as COVID-19 pandemic, Black Lives Matter movement, massive wildfires, and presidential elections, and more. We lived in these turbulent and unsettled times in 2020. The stay home, stay healthy order was issued in March. Since then, our lives have changed, and we all are experiencing difficult time. When I reflect upon my life, I realize that I have taken many in-person events for granted. For example, working, having lunch, enjoying time with my friends. After the start of pandemic quarantine, I have met people virtually and was able to do most things online. I am saddened that Seattle Betsuin's doors remain closed. Due to the improvement of technology and the temple staff's creativity, Seattle Betsuin Buddhist Temple has successfully been able to offer online services, just like today. On the other hand, I have reflected on how precious it is to be able to interact with each other in person. The Japanese term arigatai, arigatai, is usually translated as grateful, gratefulness. It consists of two words, ari and gatai, ari and gatai. Ari means there is, there is. Gatai means difficulty. Arigatai means there is difficulty. The feeling of arigatai rises up in my mind when I encounter difficulty. when I experience unusual and difficult time, I truly realize that there are many, many precious and grateful things in my daily life. At the Joya-E service, we hit the bell 108 times. In Buddhism, each of us has 108 bonno attachments, like anger, greed, anger, ignorance. We symbolically eliminate those bonno attachments by hitting the bell, and then we welcome the new year with a fresh mind. If you have a bell at home, please ring the bell together to remember the year of 2020 and the welcome the new year, the year of 2021. And also please remember the lyrics of Yube no uta. Quietly the night is falling, embracing all the worries of this world. Listen and awaken from the core of your body, thinking of today's appreciation and happiness. I look forward to seeing you in person in 2021. Until then, please stay home, stay healthy, stay safe. To conclude my message, please join me in Gassho, put your hands together. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu.
The New Year's Party Committee would like to invite all members to our Zoom 2021 New Year's Party. We will be hosting our Zoom party on Sunday, January 10th at 11:45. Look out for our Zoom registration in the Betsuin e-newsletter. We will be having performances by temple members and a raffle for party attendees. We hope to see all of you there. Happy New Year!
The Seattle Betsuin is grateful for your participation in tonight's service. Please stay tuned for the ringing of the boncho with a slideshow accompaniment of this year's Betsuin members and events. Thank you to Rinban Katsuya Kusunoki, Connor McKinney, Minister's Assistant Alex Sakamoto, Ayano Kusunoki, Kemi Nakabayashi, Senshin Fuji, Mika Shigematsu, Rei Imamura, Donna Sasaki of the Tacoma Buddhist Temple, Macy Hiroda, Young Adult Minister's Assistant Maya Hiroda, Misa Hiroda, Young Adult Minister's Assistant Michiko Wong, and Tyler Moriguchi for producing and presenting tonight's service. Rinban Katsuya Kusunoki is presenting a live stream New Year's Day service tomorrow at 10 a.m. on this YouTube channel. He will also present a live stream service this upcoming Sunday the 3rd. Seattle Betsuin's Junior Youth Buddhist Association, or JYBA, is collecting toiletries and masks for Youth Care's Orion Center. Youth Care is dedicated to assisting homeless teens in Seattle. Information will be available on the Betsuin's website and in the weekly email news blasts for drop-off locations and dates. Please subscribe to the Betsuin's YouTube channel to view presentations and services. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and visit the Betsuin's website for additional information on services, workshops, and events within the Temple and Jodo Shinshu community. The Temple appreciates your dana, support, and donations to the Seattle Betsuin. Your gifts allow the Temple to continue streaming online services, programs, and Dharma teachings to you at home. May you be touched by Amida Buddha's compassion. Thank you.
You
you.